let's open up this package. If you couldn't tell already, this is a baby. Hopefully I don't get bit. These guys do have teeth. Oh my god, look at him. This fish literally looks like a dinosaur. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be adding a brand new fish into my 150-gallon fish tank. It has been long awaited and he finally arrives first thing tomorrow morning, and I'm pretty excited. This also isn't just your average fish. The species has been around for about 100 million years, so it's also pretty much just a dinosaur, which is also sick. But make sure to stay tuned because it should be pretty epic. Alright guys, the fish has finally arrived. He's in this box right here. He did come an hour early. It's currently like 7:30 and he was supposed to come at like 8:30 or 9. But anyways, let's open this up and pray that he is alive, because if not, that just ruins the whole video. And I paid an absurd amount for what this actually is. I paid like 4 times what it's worth. But hopefully he's alive and well. So let's open up this package. Alright guys, let's open this thing up. Hopefully he is doing alright and not dead. It is a very hardy fish though, so I think he'll be good. But like, if water spilled out the bag or anything, he would not be okay. So hopefully he's chilling and we can get him in the tank as fast as possible after we acclimate him. Let's see. Oh, it's a little wet inside. Oh, here we go. He is alive, and he seems like he's doing pretty good. If you couldn't tell already, this is a baby alligator gar. Literally a living dinosaur. Anyways though, let's get him acclimated and get him in the tank as fast as possible. Let's get him in. I am gonna acclimate him a bit because the water temperature is definitely different. But there we go. He's a pretty good size. It's hard to see him in the bag, but you can see he's moving, which is definitely a good sign. I'm going to be acclimating him for about 15 minutes, which is shorter than what I normally do, but he has been in shipping for about 3 days, so I want to get him out of this bag and into the new fresh water. While we wait for the alligator gar to get fully acclimated, we're going to be scooping out as many platies as possible, because they will for sure get absolutely destroyed. And I remember saying before I was okay with that, but they've all grown up now and are actually starting to have babies of their own. And I'd feel kind of bad if they just all got absolutely wrecked. So we're going to scoop as many out as possible and add them to the rest of the colony in the backyard. Made a little mess here trying to get all the platies out, but I'm pretty sure we got all of them out with the exception of a couple babies, which is totally fine. There's all the platies in the bucket. It took me about 15 minutes to catch out all the platies, and it's basically time to add the alligator gar into his brand new home. But before we do that, we gotta transfer all these platies to the rest of the colony. Alright, I got the platies right here. Gotta open up this door. I'm not exactly sure which pond I want to add them to. I think I might just add them with the rest of everybody inside one of the... Actually, I'm just going to add them with the albino turtles, because this one right here got a ton of platies, and this one doesn't have that many. So, I guess we could just dump them straight in. They could breed with everybody else in there. There they go. Alright, let's go add the alligator gar into his brand new home. Now for the time you've all been waiting for, let's get this baby alligator gar into his brand new 150-gallon fish tank. It's a little hard to see from here, but there he is in the bag. He looks absolutely amazing. Literally a living dinosaur. But enough talking, I'm gonna cut this bag open, dump him inside the bucket to give you guys a closer look, and then we'll add him into his very new home. Hopefully I don't get bit, because these guys do have teeth. Ooh. Alright, here we go. Here is the 100 million year old fish right here in this bucket. Look at him. Look at the patterns on his back. That is absolutely insane. Now let's transfer him into the tank. I'm just gonna reach in there and grab him. I don't want to stress him out too much. I know he's already super stressed from shipping, but here we go. There he goes. Oh my god, look at him. That thing looks amazing. Oh no, he seems a little stressed right now, but he should be fine. Here's the alligator guard just chilling in the corner. He is 100% stressed, as you guys can see right here. But other than that, he looks very healthy. So we're just gonna let him settle in. Sturgeon's gonna say what's up. What's up, Sturgeon? This fish literally looks like a dinosaur. Like, look at the freaking chompers on this thing. Look at that. That'll mess you up, even at this size. It'll definitely draw some blood. There's little Gar in the corner, and as you guys can see, this tank is absolutely massive for him, so he will be able to stay in here for quite a long time. Oh look, we forgot a platy. It looks like he's gonna be dinner. While we wait for Mr. Gar to fully settle into his brand new home, I'm going to be giving you guys a little update / tour of everything in the backyard, just because I know I've gained a bunch of viewers and you guys can see what's up. But for my current subscribers, I know you guys like seeing animals, so I'll see you outside. Getting a little chilly outside, and for the tropical stuff that I have, either I have to add a bunch of heaters or I got to bring them all inside. So either or, that's going to be a big pain in the butt. But anyways, here is the backyard. First off, we got the paddlefish / sturgeon / koi pond right here. Our paddlefish is actually named Sharkira. She's basically the star of this channel. Sturgeon's somewhere chilling in here. I don't see him. Oh, he's right here. And then of course, the koi. I got all these guys when they were babies, especially Sharkira and the sturgeon. Look at her now. She's getting absolutely massive. The koi I just recently got. You guys can watch that video. I'll link it down in the description. But as a matter of fact, we can actually feed these guys right now. I got a little bit of pellets right here, and they go crazy for these pellets. It takes them a second to smell it, but once they smell it, they don't stop eating it. Here comes the koi. You can see him down there. Look at that fish. It just looks like majestical. That's the only word to explain Sharkira the paddlefish. Looks like she might smell it now. She's turning around over there. There we go. She just turns up to her side, scoops as much food as possible, just like that. And that's how she eats. Pretty crazy. Alright. Ooh. Alright, on to the next pond. We got the predatory pond. We got 3 tarpon in here, a couple catfish, and we got a phantom, 2 phantoms actually, a hybrid red-tail shovel-nosed catfish, and then we also got a regular tiger shovel-nosed catfish. And that is all that we have in here. The catfish like hiding down there. There's a bunch of string algae just covering the whole bottom. So you guys won't be able to see the catfish today, but actually, there's one right there. That's one of the baby phantom red tails that we have. And on to the next, we got the 3 turtle habitats, or whatever you like to call them. My air pump just blew out, so there is no aeration, but normally there is a lot of water movement. But here we got the pink belly side necks down here. Where they at? Under this, there he is. I still have no names for any of the turtles, so make sure to comment down below what we should name these guys as we go through them. Let me grab this guy out and show you the underside of him. Ooh, feisty guy. But look at the belly on this turtle. Super duper colorful. Alright, let's get him back in. He looks very angry right now. He's probably angry because he hasn't gotten breakfast yet. Same thing with me. I am hungry and I haven't eaten breakfast. But we gotta feed the animals first. You know how it goes. We can get some pellets. There's 2 of them in here. Oh yeah, he's definitely hungry. But now, on to the next, which is the albino versions. And they're also a little bit smaller. One of them is chilling down there. Let me see where the other bigger one is. He's probably in the cave. Let me grab him out to show you guys. Alright, here we go. Look at this turtle. Look at that beautiful, beautiful turtle. He's gotta be my favorite turtle for sure. It's actually the only species of turtle that I have. Look at that thing. And I am gonna be giving both of these tubs a full brand new makeover very soon. So also make sure to stay tuned for that. Let's get him back in and throw some food in there for him. These guys are a bit more skittish because they're kind of blind, so it'll take them a second to get to the pellets. On to the next, once again, in here we got the adult breeding pair albino pink belly side neck turtles. And it looks like they have some food, so we're not going to be feeding them today. And their enclosure looks very dirty. So again, I am going to be redoing this whole thing. And I said they're a breeding pair. I got to build a nest box for them. And so that video should be also pretty cool. But we can just grab out one of these turtles right here. Here is the male adult breeder. And they did come in with like this shell problem. So I have been trying to cure that. This guy is the worst out of the 2. But he's still pretty healthy. As you guys can see, they're all eating good, basking, and let me see if I can find the bigger female. Here she is right here. Beautiful turtle. Their claws are super sharp, so I am getting stabbed. Ow! Ow! Literally a magnificent looking turtle. Alright, I'm getting her back in. She's scratching me up. Now on to the next. One more time. We got the outdoor 60-gallon fish tank right over here. This was actually the last video I recorded where we actually escaped this whole thing and went out and caught a bunch of microfish for this tank. You guys can watch that video. It's actually the last one I posted. But we got 3 shiners in here and a baby bluegill. And we also got this catfish that I moved into here because, yes, I did it. I finally took down the pond. It is completely gone. You guys can see all the sand and rocks I have in these buckets, but it is completely gone, and I am going to be redoing that one day once we get rid of this boat over here. So, took the catfish out of there and put him in here. But anyways, let's get back to the main topic of today's video. Probably up there with now one of my favorite fish, the alligator gar. Oh, I also forgot, of course, we got all the kittens over here. Look how cute this thing is. Oop, still chilling in this one little corner. So, I will update you guys whenever he's doing absolutely terrific. Alrighty everyone, it's been a couple of hours and Mr. Gar is doing amazing. He's actually up and swimming around now and not just sitting on the bottom. But he's actually acting like a normal gar. Although he is a little bit skinny for a gar, even though gar are skinny in general. So I'm going to cut up a piece of shrimp and actually see if he'll eat it right out of my hand, because when I put my hand up here, he kind of comes up here. Look at him. What a prehistoric fish. Let's go get that shrimp. Hopefully Mr. Gar actually eats it. If he doesn't, well then I gotta go all the way to the pet store and get a bunch of live minnows for him. So hopefully he eats the shrimp. I think he might smell it. Oh. What happened here? He didn't take it. I tried hand feeding him. He wasn't interested. I also tried throwing some shrimp on his head. He wasn't interested in that either. So there's a couple pieces of shrimp just in the tank. If he's hungry, he'll probably eventually go for the shrimp or the platies that have been left in the tank. But for right now, he's doing really good. He's just swimming around exploring his new home. Now we have 2 ancient prehistoric dinosaur fish in my 150-gallon fish tank. I definitely want to add some more fish going along with that theme, but I'm not exactly sure what I should add, so make sure to comment some suggestions down below. But also, you guys have to comment some name suggestions as well, because I've just been calling the sturgeon Mr. Sturgeon and the gar Mr. Gar. So drop some name suggestions in the comments. But guys, that is going to wrap up today's video. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.